We're heading into the stretch run after the All-Star break, and this is the time of year where teams stop experimenting. Rotations tighten up, the intensity jumps, and you start seeing who's built for April and May. Detroit is first in the East at 40-13, and I know some people still want to treat it like a surprise, but at this point, you don't accidentally win at that pace. That's not hot streak basketball. That's legit team identity. So the real question isn't, are they good? The real question is, what type of good are they? Because there's regular season good and then there's playoff good. Here's the biggest difference between those two. In the regular season, you might play a team and catch them on the second night of a back-to-back. Maybe their legs are dead. Maybe a guy sits. Maybe they just don't have the time to game plan you. In the playoffs, none of that exists. You get the same opponent over and over. They study your actions, they hunt your weaknesses, they target your least consistent defender. They take away your favorite sets. And then they ask one simple question: can you still win when it's ugly? So for Detroit, I think their second half comes down to four major things. First, defense that holds up when the scouting gets real. A lot of teams look good defensively when opponents aren't locked in. In the playoffs, teams create mismatches on purpose. They bring your worst defender into the action, they force switches, they force rotations. They run the same action 10 times until you break. So the Pistons have to prove their defense isn't just effort, it's discipline. Can they defend without fouling? Can they protect the paint without giving up wide open threes? Can they rebound to finish possessions? Those things decide playoff series. Second, half-court offense. This is huge. In the playoffs, pace usually slows down. Easy, transition buckets disappear. Teams sprint back. Referees let more contact go. It turns into half-court basketball. That's where young teams can get exposed. Detroit has to show they can manufacture good shots late in the clock when the first option is taken away. Not just one time. Every night. Over and over. Third, the Cade Cunningham question, which is really the superstar question. Cade is on MVP odds boards, even if he's not one of the top favorites. But the bigger point is this. In the playoffs, your best player gets graded differently. People don't care about a nice 25 in February. They care about whether you can close games 4, 5, and 6. Late game. Close score. Everyone knows the ball is going to your star. Can you still create a great look? Can you make the right read when the double comes? Can you keep your composure when the crowd is shaking? The teams that go deep almost always have a guy who can bend a defense when nothing else works. And fourth, how they handle being the hunted. Detroit isn't sneaking up on anyone anymore. The second half is going to bring everybody's best shot. That's a mental test as much as it is a basketball test. Because when you're the 1 seed, every team treats you like a measuring stick. So here's my Pistons prediction. I think Detroit stays top 2 in the East. I think they're going to finish strong because they already built a cushion, and they're already playing with identity. And I think they have a real chance to get to the conference finals. The finals is possible, but it comes down to whether their half-court offense stays steady when teams force them to play slow, physical playoff basketball.